morning, everyone, from Port Alsworth, Alaska. It is now 7 in the morning. I need to sip my coffee. So good. It is 7 in the morning. I'm going to take you guys along my day today. This whole week, I've been trying to do a long video, just a week in my life, because when we do the whole setting up for the lodge, I want to do it in week-long chunks in May, leading up to the opening of our resort. So I was practicing for that this week, but this week just had a lot of twists and turns, and now I'm planning to go into Anchorage on Sunday for something that's super last minute. You guys won't be seeing a video from me probably all of next week. I'm just giving you guys a little heads up on that, but wanted to make a video today, kind of just work, getting my house ready to leave, packing, things like that, because this is like extremely last minute. I had like 4 days notice. So I know today I have errands to run, things to clean up around my house, work to do. There's a lot happening. Come along the day with me. Before I start work, I'm gonna put away laundry so it's less daunting when I have to put away even more. I also want to say, a couple days ago, my niece FaceTimed me solely to see the duck that Jared got me, because she saw it on the video on the TV. She literally FaceTimed me and she goes, "I want to see the duck." I was like, "The duck?" She's like, "Yeah, I saw you got a duck on TV." She was watching my vlog. So cute. A couple of days ago, I switched up my living room space, so the couch is over here. Sorry, it's messy. And then the piano is over here. I really like the change, especially because I work from right here. Like, I'll set my computer up here, I'll sit on my bench, and this is my view. There it is. Not a bad view at all. I didn't work yesterday. I took the day off, so I feel like I'm behind today. It's my Monday. But like I said, I've been filming off and on like this whole week, so I feel like it's very just scattered everywhere, but I got a package from one of you guys and my very last Joann's haul, so I wanted to show you guys that next before I go to the post office to drop off a package. Fun package today. Nancy from Illinois. Let's open it and see what's inside. There's a note. Ooh, fun. Okay, she wrote some stuff about what's in the box, so sorry, my camera fell. We're gonna open it up now. Oh, that's so sweet. Look at this. It's like a little Easter egg, and there's these other Easter eggs inside. Here, that got stuck to there. So fun. This is gonna be cute decor. You can see all the little Easter eggs are hidden. I think I might just readjust some of these so you can see them on top. But super cute. So they're gonna be fun little decor. I actually need to decorate my house for Easter. I haven't done that yet. Ooh, fun. So these are pastel, it says Pastel Pals Amigurumi. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm so sorry. But it comes with these little yarn, I think. Are there patterns in here? Let's take a look inside. It has the patterns in here. That is so cute. Oh, that's fun. Look at all the things you can make. That is so cool. Thank you so much, Nancy. This is going to be a fun project. Oh, and the yarn feels great. You guys want to see all the yarn that I got from my very last Joann's haul? Literally like a week later they stopped shipping yarn. So this is my very last bit of yarn I have gotten from Joann's. We have this beautiful cake of yarn. This is absolutely gorgeous. I think you guys have a hint of what I'm going to be making with this one. The box, I heard, was so big when it got to the air taxi that they had to take it out of the box and put it in this trash bag. Oh my gosh, guys, I can't believe it. I totally forgot I ordered it. This is more of the pale peach. I told you guys I was running low. I went through the first skein of this like end of March. I think by, the time I've complete this week on the temperature blanket, I'm going to be all out of the first skein of yarn. And I only had 2 more left. And with how this year is going, wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of 30-degree ranges. And I ordered 2 more skeins. I totally forgot about that. Oh, that is a massive blessing. I got some black yarn, some more green yarn, the olive green, some white, some cream, 29 skeins of this yarn, not this color yarn, but you know, this size yarn. So 29 of these and 5 of these. I'm gonna really miss Joanne's. It's a slow day today, which is completely fine with me. Jared is home right now. He's gonna go with me to the post office, and then he's gonna help me with some stuff around the house. So come with us to the post office. Quite cold. Goodness. Stop at the post office. It's a Friday, so that means the mail is actually coming in today. It comes in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm gonna pack, I'm gonna clean, I'm gonna put this on a time lapse. Let's go. Okay, before I do start working, I did want to show you guys something, because if you remember, earlier this year I finished the halibut sweater, knitting a halibut sweater by Caitlin Hunter. The same person who created that pattern, 1, she's from Alaska, which is super cool. 2, she has been teasing for a couple of months now that she is making a salmon sweater pattern. I'll put the picture of what that looks like here. Gorgeous. It dropped 2 days ago. I bought the pattern, $9 on Ravelry, 100% worth it. I bought my yarn months ago. Plan is to do this color for the main color, and then the salmon, this like beige-ish color. It's alpaca wool. Started this last night, and I'm all the way to the short rows, so sorry, this collects all the little hairs. But I finished the neck, now starting like onto this section of it, and it really doesn't have much until it starts the color change. So I'm gonna bring this with me when we go to town this weekend. Speaking of going to town, I know I said it earlier in this video, this is the state of our couch, and I told you that we're getting a new couch. Nothing wrong with this couch. This is just what it looks like when my husband and I sat here, one on each side basically, for like 15 minutes. Everything just sinks and it feels like it's falling apart. So this one was a hand-me-down because of that reason. It was, you just felt like you were sinking in. It's been a great couch to use. Loved it. Need something new. So we're gonna go get a newer couch in May Not this trip, I don't think, but I think when we go back in May. I'm working from my piano desk, which I think is what I'm gonna call this from now on. Getting caught up on emails, sending payment letters. Let's take a little break from the computer and walk down to the waterfront and just take a look at just the facility a month and a half before we open. I am currently standing in our little gift shop, coffee shop patio. This is where we'll have tables and chairs here eventually. A lot of the stuff gets moved inside the building for the wintertime just to prolong the life of the outdoor furniture. Because not like this year we've had very little snow and very little cold weather actually, but a lot of the times this whole porch will just get covered, absolutely covered in snow. But this is one of the very first places that our clients see when they arrive, because they normally park just right over here when they land. So it's really, I guess it's just right over here when they land. So it's not a very far walk between where the plane is versus where the resort is. Beasley is here now too with me. We do have a hosting crew that goes out and meets the clients at the plane to kind of give them the 411. Typically, I love doing that. I like to be some of those people that gets to do it because I get to answer emails, talk to people on the phone. This is the first time I get to see a lot of these people in person. So I get to show them the quick overview of the resort, talk a little bit about the history. It takes no more than 15 minutes, pointing out the major trails where people can go hiking. And then it's check-in time, go hike, free-for-all, whatever it may be for the day for whoever's checking in. The cache is currently closed. There is going to be a fly-in, so like a flying competition weekend thing during Memorial Weekend here, and we have this open during that time, so we need to, this is one of the first things that our local girls are gonna work on. School gets out here, I think like the 9th of May. Graduation is like the 27th of April, which is crazy. One, it's on a Sunday, and two, kids are graduating high school in April. Seems a little bit early, but that's kind of how our subsistence calendar is here in Lincoln Peninsula School District. Anyways, the cache opening and putting everything in it, getting it all cleaned up is going to be one of the first things that our local girls will do. Check out the bay right behind me. This is actually a really great question because you can see that the water is actually way out there. Normally, our planes are parked and you can literally walk in, like right here is the water. The water goes out because in the summertime it gets filled up with all like the snow melt, the glaciers, and also the rain goes up, and then when there isn't enough stuff replenishing the water, it just stays at this distance. So as you can see from like a lot of my other lodge videos, the water is pretty out still compared to what it is in the summer. Also, I don't know if you guys can hear that big boom noise every once in a while. That is the ice moving. Of course, right when I stop talking, that is when it stops making noise. Hey, Beasley. Hi, sweetie. This is her favorite place in the world. Am I right, sweetie? Hi. Hi, baby. You want some loves? I love you. Oh, you're so warm. Oh, you're so playful, too. So I have 2 cats, and my parents have 1 cat, and that's one thing we have to tell our clients is there are our manager's cats here. They love to be around the planes. There's actually a picture, I don't know if I have it still, but of my parents' cat sitting on top of the floatplane. So funny. But they love to roam. They kill the mice that are around here, which is good. They are just entertaining, so don't let them in the cabins. Let them do their thing. They're not homeless, even though they might not always have a tag on them. They're okay. Alright, here we go. want to give us a tour? She has not been outside all day today, and the only time she came outside is when I asked her if she wanted to come with me. Over here we have some of our cabins. So these first two buildings are our queen suite rooms, and then these smaller ones over here are the standard rooms. Those over there are our brand new king suites, which the king suites, that's where Jared has been working all winter, is helping get all of that ready. So I know that they sent in flooring and lights, and they finished the tongue and groove. They've been spraying in there, got everything sanded, so it's like it's almost done. Our first clients go into there July 1st, so that's very, very exciting. I'm not going to show you guys inside the cabins quite yet, just because they're winterized, they're not set up, but once summertime comes, we got all of the cabins open, I will definitely do a quick video inside each of our cabins just so you guys can see what they look like inside. Clients who are looking for more information can see what they look like inside, but they're cute little cabins. This pavilion is actually where we had our, well, this whole area over here is where we had our wedding reception when Jared and I got married, May 2023. And we had our first dance up here. We cut the cake up here. It was we signed our wedding certificate up here, our marriage license up here. Very, very special. Here are some of our standard rooms. The goal is, right now we built this porch onto it, but the goal is to expand these cabins out this way so they can have king beds in them, because right now they have one queen bed and a twin bunked bed, but we know that everyone likes kings. I prefer a king bed. Hey, Beasley. So I want to be able to make sure we can fit it in there, because right now with how the building is, you can't fit a king bed in there. They're going to be building another guide shed where we store all of our fishing and waders and everything like that. Anything that you might need for your tour is stored in there for our guides and pilots. So that really is something that's important that we really need, because before it used to be just a little red shed, and now we need something a little bit bigger to accommodate everything that we do. Hey, Beasley. Up this way we have the main lodge building. This is the building where we have our meals, technically like the dining hall area. There's a sitting area, there is Wi-Fi up here. We don't have Wi-Fi in the cabins, just in that space over there. You can see it really well when there's no trees, or I guess no leaves, but that little building back there is our workout room. It's a workout to get to the workout room. You can go up all of these stairs all summer long and still be completely winded by the time you get to the top. It's okay. Dining room. Did you guys hear that? That's the ice. Beasley's gonna take you guys down the birdwatcher's path, or what we have called the road to nowhere. This is a great option if you're just looking for something chill. With all the leaves that come up, there's really not a whole lot to see besides birds and planes landing sometimes. Through here is our dining room. Of course, everything is winterized, and we have some new couches. We're going to be replacing a bunch of these couches this summer, and actually some of these tables, some of the older tables that we've had, these lighter tables, and I don't know about the chairs, I think the chairs too, we will be replacing. So everything matches, like these brown. This is set up from when Caleb and I were doing some product shots. Everything matches this brown is the goal. Another fun part is there are two doors on either side of this space. that leads right out into the beautiful porch area. Gosh, I just love this so much. I don't have a good place to put my little camera, but it just shows a lot of space here. Well, Beasley, we're done with the tour. Should we go home? There's definitely a lot to do in the prep process, not just getting ready for our staff to come and opening all the staff quarters, but also like all the yard work that goes into it, all of the building of the new building, like all the finishing touches of that, anything in the older buildings, making sure that we have things fixed and ready to go in there. I'm really excited to bring you guys along with us on the entire journey of this summer and do the mini vlogs too of however many days until the lodge season opens up. I had a lot of fun doing that last year. The fun thing about the videos that I'm going to be doing, like for the countdown to the beginning of the lodge season, there's 2 different times I'm going to be in Anchorage. One is to help with some of the lodge shopping. So my parents go in and they do a massive shopping of like anything we'll need, like cooking supplies, lighting, furniture, whatever you might think that we might need for the entire season. They'll buy it then, like hundreds of pounds of flour and hundreds of pounds of sugar, because we'll go through that really, really fast. So just making sure we have a lot of stock on hand. So gonna go in for 2 days to help with that, kind of in the beginning of May. And then when all of our staff start to come in, there's one day where we have majority of people flying in, and then the next day we start training. So I'll go in the night before everyone else comes in, and then I will be able to fly back with them to Port Alsworth, and I get to pick them up from the airport. Hopefully we'll be able to do some stops at some stores to pick things up if they need anything. But I did this back in 23. 23 was a crazy year, not just like Jared and I getting married, but I was literally home like 4 days until the wedding, and I had been in Anchorage every other week for work before that, like almost for the entire spring of 2023. And I remember walking through Target just sobbing and on the phone with my dad, because he was also in Anchorage, just telling him, I feel like I can't do this. Like, the whole reason I was there was to train our hosting staff in Anchorage, and then to also pick up people from the airport, bring them to the air taxi. But the combination of training and also getting married in like 3 days was just too much. So in tears in Target, I told him I feel like I need to go home, and he said same. So the 2 of us were able to get a flight that next night back home. I think it was like 4 days before the wedding. So thankfully we were home. I felt like I could help with stuff with my wedding. It was a beautiful day. We got married like 3 days before clients came, and we flew back home the first day of the season. So crazy wild life we live here. We had dinner with my brother and sister-in-law at their house tonight, with my parents being gone and my sister here. We've been just alternating where we do meals. So tonight was at their house, we played games, and I also made a lot of progress on my salmon sweater. Wanted to show you what I've done. Started on the color work. Oh, in the camera it looks so good, but that's a little eye right there. Making progress. It's looking great. I'm very, very excited about this. I feel like it looks a little bit small, but the last time I blocked out this yarn, it expanded, it loosened up quite a bit. So I did it to my exact measurements with the hopes that it'll just feel a little bit bigger once it's blocked. So loving the colors, love them even more in camera. Fun progress. Before we sit down for the night and watch a movie, we are going to pack, so go upstairs, get everything packed. Just found out we're gonna leave Sunday and we'll be back Tuesday, so just 2 nights. But we're gonna pack a little bit of extra things just in case we get stuck, because that is very common when traveling between villages or traveling to Anchorage. There's a possibility you can get stuck in town for a day or two, especially since Anchorage has gotten a lot of snow the past couple days, so don't want that to be an issue in whether we can get in or get out. So let's go pack. Nearly 10:45, stayed up way too late, and here I am with everything I've done so far. So kind of ended a little early because I didn't want to end like mid-row, but here we go. This is like 18 rows out of like 64 of the color work, but we finished the face, started on part of the gill, more of the gill to follow. I do think I need to wind up a little bit more of this yarn, especially the purple. I think we're gonna go through that fast, but thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I more than likely will not have any videos next week, but we'll definitely be here after Easter time with the Easter time vlog, more stuff of everything that's going on in life and just around the village. Really appreciate you all, and thank you guys so much for watching. I can't say that enough. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.